It's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It is IndyCar night on iRacing. Hello again, everyone. I am Gary Gotzo, and welcome to P1's Broadcasting signature presentation of Round 6, Week 6 of Season 1 of 2026 of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, coming to you from CHICAGOLAND Speedway via the home of IndyCar, and now the home of your National Collegiate Football champions, the Indiana Hoosiers. That's right, all the horsepower is in the state of Indiana, or from the state of Indiana. As always, joining me in the booth, we got LGN. We'll talk about the points in here just a second, and Justin Petschauer. Justin, we return to Chicagoland, site of four of the top 10 closest finishes in all of IndyCar racing history, and including 3 of the top 4. Photo finishes are the norm here for this racetrack, and we don't hit there very often, but we are back here for the first time since Season 3 of 2025.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting race to see if we do get another photo finish. Like you said, it's a little bit warm out there on the track tip, so handling is definitely going to play a factor into this, as well as dirty air. But the one thing, like I said, you got to watch out for its tire management, because the hotter this track gets, with how old and rough this surface is, you're going to have to be very, very careful on your tire wear.
And getting into the points, Lewis, we got now a dual points leader in the Open and in the Oval Series.
Yes, it is. So she is the leader for entire IndyCar Series and the SOF for now. The Oval Series, the Oval Speedway Series, and the Rose Series. So Anna Klemek is the leader for both. Yesterday she finished on top 10 and keep the lead for the championship for maybe 50 points or something like that. But now in the Oval Series she is leading by 140 points, I think. So maybe it's the calculation faster in my mind. Matt Hollywood is the second. Clendy third. Jose Buzarro very close to Clendy on fourth. So today's the big one, like always happen on Tuesdays when the points for the champions is going.
All right, let's get in tonight's starting lineup here from the home of Joliet Jake, one of the Blues brothers. Go right ahead. Go ahead, right, Justin, and we got a teammate starting on the front row.
Yes, indeed. Out of 22 cars that took to the grid today, here is the starting grid. Casey Povolonis will start on pole. Next to him, Mason Mitchum. Third, it is Clendy, Kyle Clenworth. Jose Fazaro will start fourth. And rounding up the top 5, Brian Campbell. Sixth, it is the Prodigy, Indy Kirkenbauer. Seventh, Guillermo Miguel. Eighth, Seb Alexander. Ninth, Caleb Brashear. And 10th, like you said, not just the leader in Indy Oval Fix, but also in the Indy Open Series, it is the deer herself, Anna Klemek. 11th, it is Ty Quilla. 12th, it is Mohamed Amir. 13th, it is Tony Pizarro. 14th, Lilac Zier. Man Antonio Estrada. 15th. 16th, it is Matthew Ponto. Elijah Gilson starts 17th. Matt Hollabaugh starts 18th. Richard Vasquez 19th. Crash Neon starts 20th. As the last car to take qualifying time. Rounding up the 21st and 22nd positions, it is Matt Taylor and Alex Krapser. That is her 22-car field here at Chicagoland Speedway.
Casey Povolonis, after missing last week's race, back up front, starting up front again after doing a week's worth of testing at North Wilkesboro. And keep in mind, this is a 1.5-mile D-shaped intermediate oval, 80 laps, 120 iRacing miles instead of our normal 75 here. 80 laps this time. No fast repair, 3 sets of tires. At least one pit stop. We anticipate 45-mile-per-hour pit road speed. The last time we were here is a 48.66, so we are at a 4.9 actually again today. Tanner Richards beat Antonio Estrada by 15 thousandths of a second. Matt Hollabaugh finished third. 56,000 of a second back. So that's probably our closest race that we've seen here in a while. And we're getting ready to go green.
In 122 Fahrenheit track. Super hot. We need to do this in Canada now because it is cold, man. Jeez.
What do you say, boys? Pace cars off. Let's go have some fun. Green flag is in the air. Here we go from Chicagoland Speedway. A good start already. As they get ready to go towards turn number 1, there's already a couple cars that are going
3 wide in the mid pack, yeah.
Almost trying to make it 4 wide now as they go to turns 1 and 2. I think everybody's is starting to realize maybe going 3 wide on the start was not a good move.
Well, we're going to go 3 wide into turn 3 and 4 right now. It's Indy up high, Mitchum in the middle, Povolonis down low, and it's already starting off on lap 1.
Already starting to see that pack racing mentality come back in here as they go into the 1 and 2 there. A couple of rows versus 3 wide now. They spot. Look at Clintonworth. He goes down to the bottom of the speedway. He's trying to find a open hole there. It is not going to work. He gets the door slammed shut on him by Casey Povolonis.
You hear Lewis in the background.
LGN is just going, guys, don't do it. It's too early. We don't need a big one.
So early, man. Jeez, yeah, I know it's true. It's so early, but you know what? The tires condition make this stuff. But after maybe 20 more laps, nobody wanna make it. Even try to make the 3 wide for sure.
There it is, 123 on the track temp right now. It is Rogue Racing versus Votive Racing. It's a bit of a 3-on-2 handicap matchup at the front, but here comes Glindy, here comes Campbell, teammates working together up against the trio of Kirkenbauer, Povolonis, and Mitchum. Mitchum, second, Povolonis, your leader, working the bottom of the racetrack through 3 and 4.
Already coming down on turn 4 there, running essentially what you would call the preferred line there, almost all the way around the bottom of the racetrack. Throughout the entire 1.5 mile layout of Chicagoland Speedway, there's already a couple movers that I'm seeing right there. Here comes Kyle Clemworth underneath Mason Mitchum there. He's going to try it again. He's got the window open, and he makes it through. He's to the outside of Casey Povolonis. Will he be able to maintain that momentum? Coming up for turn 4, not going to be enough. He's going to have to slot back in behind Casey Povolonis. He will do that. But for now, what an incredible run by Kyle Clemworth there. But here comes Mason Mitchum now. He tried to get the run. Not going to be enough. Clendy shut the door on him, but Brian Campbell, too, is outside as they come off at turn 2.
We're going to ride with Seb Alexander, your defending series champion. And he has got a front row seat to the top 6 right in front of him. Through 3 and 4, coming down through the tri-oval area. You can use the apron. We're not going to see a lot of it, probably not until the very end, but the apron is in play here on the front stretch.
You can also get away with it down the backstretch as well, but you want to make sure you get up back onto the preferred racing line before you get to the corner, because the moment you try and transition from the apron to the bank corners here, it's not going to work, and it's going to result in a very, very bad situation.
Out the back of Campbell's car. Got a good look at the nose of the prodigy. Andy Kirkenbauer in 4th, the current reigning and defending Indy Next Oval Series champion as Indy goes down low.
Well, I see Brazil. I think he hit the wall just a little bit. I think he forgot the... he forgot when he started the safer barrier. In turn 3, he have a contact over there, but all good.
Biggest move of the race right now, Matt Hollenbaugh. We saw him with a big 3-wide start at the front. He's up 6 positions at the moment. Now following a couple positions, he's right there in the mid-pack. Currently 3rd in the championship standings. Still very early, LGN. You were talking about this, and as we're watching Hollenbaugh here, still no time. It's really a little early, even though it's a bit of a sprint race here in the Oval Series. But Lewis, not time to panic yet. But Matt Hollenbaugh wants to get a move on and get up into that top 10 here, sometime in the next 10 laps or so, to help on the point situation, and also try to get in front of Anna Klimek, who is about 3 or 4 spots in front of him.
Yeah, sometimes when you're battle for the championship, or maybe you care about that, or sometimes you know that you have the chance to be on the front because just for racing. At some point you're thinking about it. Oh, Anna Klimek isn't there, so I have to pass her to at least getting close. But I think the condition is 125 now. Actually, it's make the stuff like that. So it is tough, but maybe you can a little bit panic because the lap is going up and up. Now it's 12, and it's making it a little more difficult to pass the car. Like I see Anna Klemek on board. She tried to go up and down, middle, high. Now it's low, and Brashear is over there too. So it's kind of tough also too.
Justin, Caleb Brashear running the highest line possible around this place.
Yeah, he's trying to pull the Kyle Larson line, but I remember very well, even in a stock car here, just getting that close to the wall and the bumps and stuff. No. You thought Iowa was bad in the what I call the extreme high line. No, this is worse. And if you hit those bumps just the wrong way, it's going to send your car into an absolutely unsavable oversteer situation.
There's our series points leader at the moment, Anna Klemek, currently 9th on the racetrack. Caleb Brashear moves up a spot in front of her into 8th. And now, Lewis, we're about to that point in the run that we've run pretty hard laps all throughout the first opening stint here, 15 laps into this race. These tires are starting to not be as reliable as they were early in the race when we can go 3 wide through these corners. Now it's starting to get a little bit more single file, although we're going to see 3 wide, Mitchum, Seb Alexander, and Caleb Brashear, but they get settled as they go down the front stretch.
Yeah, actually, the first 2 guys on the front, Clendy and Povolones, easy to maintain. The only problem is if Clendy passed to Povolones, Povolones is going to go back down for sure because maybe the tire is good, but he cannot realize that. But like I just said, it's side by side, 1-2 cars on one line, try to find the best way. And I think, like Justin said, the best way, I don't know if he said that, but the best way is going to the high line because it's a clean air on the top, but the only danger is about the wall.
Caleb Brashear tried to make that pass through the middle there that previous lap, and it did not work because that hole closed up as quick as it could. And it's a good. He did the smart thing by backing out of it. He did the smart thing by backing out of it to play it safe. Now he's going to try and get that momentum again, going into turn 1, just to watch up a little bit. Oh, he had to back out of it big time there, but he's got a little bit of clean air up on that high side there, and it should work for him to his advantage. So they go down the back straightaway and head towards turn number 3.
Man, he's riding that high line like if that one of the photographers up there, he could slap a high 5 with him right now. He's that close.
I don't know if I want to get a high 5 at about 220 miles an hour. It'd be like celebrity deathmatch, just the hardest hand.
If he wanted. I don't worry about the physics of it. I just said if he wanted.
Oh yeah. But yeah, a 220 mile an hour high 5, the hand would be gone.
Riding with Anna Klemek, currently in 9th spot, up 1 from where she started. Mason Mitchum falling to the back there. Mason, bit of a new livery. He's gone to the matte black and purple with red lettering. Listen to that lift.
The issue...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I think the issue is going to be on turn 2 soon. We're going to see the people like, I think it's loose. I think it's loose. And at some point, it's going to lose the car. So that's what you think. It's just like, you have at least 3 chances. Now Anna Klemek is going side by side with Mitchell. I think that Mitchell is getting struggle again. You remember last time here, he have problems. Oh, in the body. I think it was body. He went down and then came back. Yeah, kind of like that. I kind of confused with the timing racing.
It all runs together sometimes. We cover so many races.
Yeah, it's like, I think it was last week, but no, it wasn't body when he was on the pole, I think. And, my God, my memory. Anyways, it started going down. I think the tire for him is gone, but Matt Halliburton started to pull it back, like you said. It's now 8th spot in 10.
Anna Klemek starting to move up now, saving those tires, and you mentioned it, Justin, tire management.
Yep, tire management, that is the key here. Like I said, big
right down the back stretch, and that is Pizarro. Caution on the racetrack.
I caught that out of the corner of my eye, and all I saw was just 2 cars go around.
Oh, and Omir is also involved, but I think it's safe.
Oh.
See if we went back far enough into this incident. And watching right now, Pizarro.
Pizarro and Gary Miguel.
It's the typical situation when you think the other car is close to the wall and you can go more far, but nope. He decided his line, and Pizarro went high.
And Omir was, we'll watch Omir from his point of view, but he was forgiven. We'll go back about 15 seconds and pop into his cockpit here. It all happens so quickly in front of Mohammed here. That's just really nothing much for him. Plus, has a car that was inside. That is Lilac, and so he sees the contact, and they're going to stick to the wall. He's got no place to go. He goes for the only open spot, and, well, boom, there goes the wing back in, and his car is not made of rubber, but definitely the iRacing gods decided to go ahead and forgive him. Pit stops in order now. Let's see if he decides to make a run down pit road. Everybody looks like Matt Taylor staying out, going for the massive track position, but Clindy and everyone else coming to pit road for their first stop, maybe only stop of the race. But Matt Taylor opting to stay out and get some track position. Nice stop by Clindy. Nice stop by Campbell. They both get a chance to pass Povolonis there, Justin. So Povolonis not fast in the pits, at least that time, but he's going to come out of the pits in third, fourth on the racetrack. But Clindy maintains his position, and Ryan Campbell moves up one more spot behind his teammate, and they're going to go against Matt Taylor, who is on tires. Now, he might have been nursing those tires. Again, going back to what you're talking about earlier in the race with tire management, he might have been nursing those tires, just kind of hanging out in the back, and kind of got exactly what he was looking for, kind of a caution right around lap 25 or so. So he's going to stay out, pick up the track position. His tires might not be in bad shape as some of those other drivers that just came to pit road because of him maybe taking it easy in the back of the pack.
Yeah, if you could play your cards right when it comes to tire management, you should be able to at least make your way up through the field, depending on when the cautions fly, which of course was right around this time, which was I was hedging my bets that it was going to be a little bit closer towards the end that we would probably get a caution. I didn't think it was going to be lap 24, 25 around this time frame. But it's going to be interesting to see because there's a lot of good drivers right behind Matt Taylor that are on that fresh rubber. And fresh rubber here, even with how hot the track temperature is right now, it's going to work to their advantage because Matt Taylor, as soon as that green flag drops, even with the turbo lag, he's going to drop like a rock to the back.
Track temp is up 2 more degrees from where we started at 125. Lewis, we got to watch on this restart as we see Matt Taylor with those older tires, 25-lap-old tires. He needs to really worry about the wheel spin. We've seen this before on other races with the leader on worn tires. Massive wheel spin and possibly something happening behind him, kind of an accordion effect.
Yeah, actually, I like when it's a good gamble actually for Taylor to be on the front. And what if we have one yellow in 10 more laps? But yeah, you're right. It could be a little more practice and the restart in the green and the yellow flag to restart it. But it's gonna be good for Taylor on that.
His car is off. If you've enjoyed P1's coverage in the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss out on future P1 iRacing broadcasts as we take the green flag here at lap 27. And Matt Taylor leads us into 1 and 2.
Matt Taylor actually did the smart thing there. He took it easy as can be on that restart, but now he is literally a sitting duck with everybody on fresh tires right behind him as they go through turns 3 and 4 here. A couple of cars trying to run that high line. That'll move back down to the middle, to the low line as they come off of turn 4 already, as well as we're seeing a number of drivers that are using that high line to their advantage to try and get by everybody else, with everybody scattering around to try and find clean air, using all the available groups to their advantage as they come off of turn 2 and down the back straightaway.
Lewis, how long are we looking at? Last time it seemed like the tires as a big run for Hollenbaugh on the high side here through 3 and 4. But last time on the first opening, it took about 15 laps. But the track temp, since it's come up now, do you think that a little bit harder racing now, or do you think the drivers are going to take it a little bit more easier this time, just kind of get the opening jitters out of the way for those opening laps?
It's interesting because I think the people can, maybe if you save fuel, like I see in Clandy, they don't want to attack. I think he's saving fuel because he don't want to make the now stop if it would go in green flag. So it's very interesting about the condition is about leaving Max Taylor to push in, and we can save the tires. You can see all this pack without the violence to make the pass. Look at Clandy. He don't want to.
Yeah.
He stay on behind on the tires.
And he knows if he's paying attention to his black box stats or anything like that, he knows Taylor has to stop at some point. So, Justin, instead of racing harder, don't you want to race smarter?
That is the best thing that you can do is literally race smarter, not harder. But already, as I was going to try and finish there, but look at that. We got 3 wide down the back straightaway. 2 rows deep, 3 wide on the backstretch. As they go into turn 3, already I'm looking at Matt Hollenbaugh. I believe that is, yeah, that's Matt Hollenbaugh in front of Seb Alexander. Hollenbaugh with that huge run now, but he's going to try and use the trap dump. The 3 cars that are up ahead of him as they go into turn 1. Will it be enough? It should. He's going to stay right there in the middle lane, but he's going to wash up just a tad bit because he has to give that room to Seb Alexander. That is going to be more than enough, I think. Yes, it's going to be more than enough, but he's going to stay in that draft line right there. And there's 3 wide again, right up in front. That is Jose Fazaro that he tried. Jose Fazaro tried to make it through, but it's not going to be enough. He has to slot back in line. Almost gets contact there with, I believe that was Brian Campbell that he almost made contact with. Now he's a pinball, essentially. And there's 3 wide even back there in the middle of the pack as they go into 3.
Oh, in the wall, Lilac Zier bounces off it, loses a lot of momentum. There goes Tyquilla underneath. Here comes Gilson. I think Lilac smacked the wall in 3 and 4. Kind of got shuffled up high. Meanwhile, back up to that lead pack. And I think everyone is kind of giving a wide berth to Fazaro there, Lewis. Everyone has kind of raced everyone on a regular basis with the exception of everyone racing Fazaro and the officials. And they're not quite sure what he's wanting to do right now. He's kind of got it stuck in the middle of the racetrack, kind of fades a little bit going into the corners, getting that car nice and wide at the backside, preventing for someone from coming on the high side, but not kind of driving a very predictable line there for Jose.
Yeah, it's a tough because I think maybe he have a different switch in his mind about the I want to race, but the other one is just.
Seb Alexander into the wall, Gilson into the wall, 2 cars into the wall, and we are under caution.
Seb Alexander.
Matthew Ponto as well got involved.
Oh, Omier. Oh, Seb Alexander went down. Oh.
Omier again. I don't know if Omier is going to be Gilson, unfortunately, just kind of drove into the zone and nowhere to go. We'll watch from Gilson's point of view here. As it's going to happen, this is all going to happen going into 3 and 4 down this slightly arced backstretch here at Chicagoland.
Oh my God.
And we'll also check out what happened to Ponto. But right in front of Gilson, and he tries to go low, but the car bounces off the wall and just kicks out enough that it grabs Gilson, sends him into the wall. We're going to check on Omier, and I think Omier was today's his lucky day because he was forgiven again. Muhammad is left front wing on the first incident grew back, and then the right front wing on this incident grew back. There are no fast repairs in this, folks, but he's got basically 2 fast repairs granted to him by the iRacing gods.
Lucky guy.
Okay, let's going to go back to Ponto and see what happened to Ponto. And I think we missed where he might have did he go underneath the wreck and just kind of lose it off the banking? Because he's kind of by himself at this point, but he's got everything well in front of him on the racetrack. And there we see the incident happening right in front of him in 3 and 4, car sideways. He goes down to the bottom. Well, I'm not sure what happened to Ponto.
Ponto, they see the car spinning on front on the Seb Alexander, and the problem is inside is really scary because you see the car the Alexander spinning, and you see it behind of the Richard Vasquez coming close to him. So it's like what should we do? I stay hit Seb Alexander, or just like avoid the car? So lucky for him too.
Okay, so Matt Taylor did kind of what you said he would do, Lewis. He's like, I'm going to wait another 10 laps or so, and if another caution comes out, then I'm going to head to pit road, and that's exactly what Taylor did. He did pit right at, let's see, lap 37. Ponto also pitted at 37. Vasquez at 37. Crashed Neon at 37. So a lot of the drivers at the back of the pack choosing to come in to top off the tank, maybe go that last set of tires, although we remember we have tire limits here. We set with 3, we start with 1 and have 2 in the pits. So some of those drivers might have just come in to top off to for sure ensure that they're going to make the finish here. But these caution laps are just kind of really helping Clindy and all those that stopped at lap 25 to possibly get to the end here. Can they do 50 laps on a run? Remember, now, in the past, Lewis, we've talked about these races, 45, 46, 47 laps on a run. But with this caution, this might bump them into the 50-lap neighborhood. But remember, they're pulling extra weight with them this time because for the first time, we have the hybrids here.
Yeah, also the car is very heavy. And also, you know what? Taylor went to this race in green flag. If it's a green flag to the end, they have a big chance to the end. Maybe catch a Clendy or maybe finish on second in the race. It could be from 21 to second. Big gain for him.
Matthew Ponto and the old AJ Foyt throwback. Celebrated AJ Foyt's 91st birthday last week.
Oof. Yeah.
Your oldest living Indy 500 winner right now, Super Tex. You want to take a shot at who the second oldest living Indy 500 winner is right now?
Rick Mears.
No, he's getting up there, though. Sad to say, he is getting up there. I think he's 75. It's Gordon Johncock. He is 89.
Huh.
Oh, 3 wide here for the lead, boys. Indy Kirkenbauer, Brian Campbell, and Kyle Clenworth all literally causing a roadblock as they come off of turn 4 here. The question is, who's going to have that momentum to try and get towards the front to get that lead away? It looks like it's going to be, well, it might not be between these 3 anymore because now we got a hornet's nest right behind them.
Taylor with the new tires, fastest lap, a 2:13.9. We almost go 3x3 for 2 rows deep. And Hollenbaugh backs out of it. He decides better against it, and he probably heard in his headset, 3 wide, you're in the middle. And that's enough for me. That is enough for me.
They're desperately trying to make it 4 wide, and there is not enough room here on this track for 4 wide.
So we have 4 drivers in the top 5 here in the points up here at the front. We have Fazaro, we got Clindy, we got Hollenbaugh, and we got Campbell.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so there's a lot of championship implications, as they say, up at the front right now.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people there.
Especially with the new leader, Indy Kirkenbauer, the prodigy. Oh, almost caught happening with Fazaro and Brian Campbell. How those 2 did not wreck each other, I will never know.
Just past the halfway point. Thanks for joining us. Lap 43 of 80. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're not done so already, donate to the broadcast. Our link to our GoFundMe campaign is pinned in chat. We certainly would appreciate it. We do realize times are tough, but any contribution you make would be greatly appreciated. As Clindy falling back a little bit now, back to 6th. Right underneath him is Casey Povolonis, and right behind Clindy is a driver that he's trying to put some distance between himself and her, and that is Anna Klimek in the Deer car, back to 7th.
Anna Klimek just being patient right now, watching everything that's happening in front of her. She's wondering when the next caution is going to be, because the way everybody is racing around her, she essentially wants to be ready in case. I'm just going to use this as an expression. When shit hits the fan, so to say, and all chaos breaks loose in front of her, to where she can essentially back out of it and start picking and choosing her way through the remains of whatever happens.
Hollenball way up in the gray, up against the wall. Loses a little bit of momentum. Here comes Brian Campbell underneath him. But you're right, Dana Klimek in the deer car. Nothing runs like a deer, and she is showing everyone once again why she leads in the Indy Open and Indy Oval Series here on the official side of iRacing. You don't see that very often. I think the last person to win Oval and Open might have been Adam Blocker. I have to go back and look. So it does not happen very often, but there have been drivers that have won dual championships.
And if I'm going off of my knowledge, I believe Blocker, it indeed was Adam Blocker. But oh my goodness, Brian Campbell throwing the block on Kyle Clifford there.
Why would he be doing that, though? They're teammates. I mean, unless the gloves are off at this point for everybody.
Gloves may be off, but I guarantee he's probably doing that just to help get him a little more extra speed. That way he can make the pass around him. That's just my guess, though. Oh. Still side by side, at least a couple. I'm counting at least 2 rows. It was 3, but now the question is, who's going to be brave enough to take it 3 wide again?
Hey, noticed Indy up front. He's doing a little bit of the swap, not swap drafting, but swapping between lanes to kind of give a little air to the top, pull that car up forward, go to the bottom, pull the bottom car a little bit forward, and kind of stall them out side by side. It seems to be working right now. He goes to the bottom. He's going to help his teammate. Here comes Matt Hollenball through the middle. He threads the eye. Fazaro flinches. He goes up top, and here they come off the corner now, 2 wide. Clindy goes to the bottom.
Matt Hollenball had that huge run. He had to back out of it, though. But here comes Kyle Clemworth now to the inside of Matt Hollenball. Hollenball using that momentum to his advantage on the high side there in the middle lane. Down the back straightaway they come. He's going to use that drafting. He's going to use that air effect from Indy Kirkenbauer for just a moment there. But now he gets that run again. Here he comes to the outside of, I believe, yeah, that's Casey Bobolonis. Now he's going to try and get the run again. There he goes.
There he goes to the bottom. Hollenball finished 3rd here last time we visited back in Season 3 of 2025. And he was only 56 thousandths of a second behind the leader in one of the closest 1-2-3 finishes we've seen the last 4 times we've been here. This is the 23rd, by my count, again, 23rd career Indy fixed oval and Indy Oval Series time we visited Chicagoland. So this is one of Matt's favorite places, and he is currently hanging on to the bottom. Here comes Clindy to the high side. We're going to go 3 wide. Indy Kirkenbauer is thinking about it. Here comes Fazaro. He has a head of steam. Now we're got 3 wide coming off the corner. Move Clindy to the point as he slides down in front of Hollenball. Again, those two working together as technical teammates. And Fazaro is just not giving any room.
This makes you excited. This makes you excited, but it also makes you nervous there, because look at this. I'm counting at least 10 cars that are underneath a blanket here, where anybody can pull away to try and get that win. But right now, from what I'm seeing, I would try and make a pick on who I think is going to win, but it's a crapshoot.
Clindy, your leader, and here comes Hot Fuzz on the high side, trying to get a run on Clindy. You're not going to be able to get that as these tires start wearing out in this stint. These cars have had them again for right about that period that we were talking about in the first stint, Lewis. They're out there now in this current stint about 30 laps, so that high side not as powerful as it used to be. But Hot Fuzz is bringing Indy Kirkenbauer right with him. Here comes Brian Campbell and Hollenball. So now we got 3 Rogue Racing, or at least 2 Rogue Racing, 1 satellite of the Alliance drivers up there, 2 drivers with VRL Racing up there, and Fazaro all on his lonesome.
Yeah, it's a good battle. Actually, Clindy have the best spot over there because, yeah, For the tires, it's 31 now. All tire for Clendy. All these guys have a 31, except to the Taylor. Look down the back. Oof, they're getting close. It's getting. You know what? We're gonna have a yellow flag for sure.
And
this is a.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Get it out.
This is ingredients for a 10-car wreck, and I don't like it.
Pizarro's got some shout-outs in chat. So Hot Fuzz with the Hot Fuzz fan club. Here comes Ty Quilla. He's been quiet all race. He is now up 3 spots inside the top 10. Matt Taylor, he's in 12th now, is with those slightly newer tires than everyone else. He's about 10 lap younger tires than everyone else right now.
Please don't make it 4 wide, guys. Please don't try and make it 4 wide.
And this is just 22 to go. Thinking about it and 10 to go. How it's gonna be though?
Remember, everybody, if you like what you see here, wait till next week gets here. It is going to be our 250-mile-per-hour meme race doubleheader at Talladega. Race 1 starts at 7:15, followed by Race 2 at the completion of all the interviews and everything we do for Race 1. Klimek in the middle there. Got really tight. She had to lift a little bit. Here comes Ty Quilla down to the bottom side with a full head of steam. He's going to have the draft of right in front of him. That is going to be Povolonis, and now Ty Quilla is going to be pulled up into this battle, and he's going to join his teammates and alliance mates up at the front.
Still side by side in the middle of the pack there. I'm
can't get it out.
Exactly, because it's like you try and focus on one thing, and then something happens in front, and it's just like yeah. But yeah, Jose Pizarro is now under attack from Indy Kirkenbauer, but Indy Kirkenbauer is also under attack from both Matt Hollabaugh and Casey Povolonis. Povolonis on the bottom of the speedway there. He's going to try and slot in front of Matt Hollabaugh. Not going to be enough. I'm also seeing a little bit more action right behind him, with at least a couple of cars that are stacking each other up, and it's not going to work like that.
Last time, one of the last races we were here back in season 1 of 2025, that was 2 races ago. Clendy won that race by 7 seconds over Ty Quilla, so kind of an easy victory. One of those big race leads you don't really see at Chicagoland very often, and he's looking for another victory. He likes the 80-lap distances. That race he won was the last race we had here at 80 laps. We're doing 80 laps again today, 18 to go at the line. Now we're 17 to go at the line. It is Clendy, Campbell, Hot Fuzz, the Prodigy, and Casey Povolonis, the Big Cheese. He is in 5th.
I checked the car on Anna Klimek, and she is with damage on the side butt and her car, so in the right side. Also, Chris Brashear have a little bit damage. That's why she's not moving from the 10 to 9, and for sure she's gonna lose it maybe for Taylor and Lila Sears over there. But that's the point. He's still on the battle. They still actually on the battle because the draft on the front.
Oh. And yeah, Taylor trying to get on by. Taylor's car is going to be a little bit faster if indeed the 2 cars, Brashear and that teal car, the teal and white car, and Anna right here. That's Anna. And then Brashear is going to be this teal car right there. If he's damaged, they're going to be Taylor will want to get by them very quickly because they are starting to lose ground to Ty Quilla and Omir in front of him.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to lose ground here because the draft is so effective here. Even though it's a mile and a half, I still say I kind of wish we were back here, but at the same time, it's probably not. It's probably a good thing that we're not back here because you basically want to go visit a chiropractor after this race. Yeah, that's how rough this place is. It's enough to jar your back. No pun intended.
Well, real IndyCar has raced at Chicagoland 10 times. We raced here from 2001 to 2010. Have not raced here since. I did mention that 4 of the top 10 closest IndyCar finishes in all of IndyCar history have been here, including 3 of the top 4. Track record is held by our good friend, Lewis Richie Hearn, set back in 2003 with a speed of 223.1, still stands to this day. The career wins leaders here in IndyCar history at Chicagoland. Sam Horner, Stanwell, and Dario Franchitti has 2. And, oh, yeah, this is one of the few tracks that IndyCar has come to that Scott Dixon has never gotten a win at. If you can believe it, Scott Dixon never won here. He was in a lot of close finishes, but he never won here.
He almost had that win in 2007, but the one thing that beat him on, that he beat himself on, half a cup short of fuel.
Yeah, but that was for the, was it for the championship? That was a championship race?
I think it was both it was the season finale, if I remember correctly. I think it was for both the win and the championship.
And that went to Franchitti. Yeah, for one of his 4 championships. Of course, Dario, I think, will be... Is he driving in the 24? I think he is.
He's running in one of the 24-hour events. I think it was Dubai.
Okay. I thought he was running
Now,
in the 24 Daytona.
There is a rumor that he's maybe looking at running the Truck Series race at St. Pete. So that'll be interesting to see if that does happen. Coming to 8 to go this time by, though, we still have a hotly contested battle for the lead right up here in front of you. It is Indy Kirkenbauer, Jose Fazaro, and Kyle Clenworth. Indy Kirkenbauer just doing everything he can to use the draft from Jose Fazaro as they go off into 1. Still up on that high side there. He's going to try and use that outside line to his advantage. But don't look now. Here comes Matt Hollabaugh also up on the high side as they come off of turn 2.
Yeah, these tires, I mean, with 9 to go, are pretty well spent, Lewis. So you're going to have to get yourself in a position that you can use a draft and kind of come up and plug a hole and kind of move your way up that way. But we're starting to see this field kind of stretch out a little bit.
Yeah, actually, Clendy started to use the apron to loosen the track for Jose Fazaro. And, yeah, like you said, it's getting more difficult when you go into the end. I think Clendy have the best shot to win the race because the clean air. But look at that, Clendy go to the apron once again.
Right down to the grass.
Little bit.
Oh,
it gets a little bit.
Campbell used the apron too, and when he rejoined, he had a little bit of a slide back up the racetrack. You don't want to abuse the tires like that.
No.
Now we're side by side, Clendy and Fazaro. I just don't know at this point with these tires being that we are now 49 laps old tires. I just don't see that high side coming in unless Fazaro can get right up next to Clendy and pinch him down. And at that point, do you think Clendy would allow him to even get that close?
Maybe
not.
No, I look at that. The lap is Fazaro is just protected line from Indy. He going to the second, and then Clendy's going. Look at that. They now follow him. It's a good chance actually to do it. But look at that. That's the point when he loses the time because Clendy have a clean air, and that's the point where you have to release a little bit the throttle because that turn in this point is a little bit loose. You don't see it, but you feel it inside the car.
Matt Taylor now moving up to 8th with the slightly better tires than all the cars that are around him right now. So he has worked his way up 13 spots. Hollenball up 12 spots. Alex Crabster in the Tasman livery from the 90s. He is up 10 spots into 12th as he has worked his way up to the mid-pack. But up front, it is Clendy, it is Fazaro, it is Kirkenbauer. Kirkenbauer starting to lose pace a little bit. He's going to have to try to work with Casey Povolonis. Now 3 to go at the line. Are we going to get a patented and what we will expect pretty much from every time we come here, close photo finish here at Chicagoland? Or are we just going to see cars that are just on exhausted and tired tires as we come now to 2 to go at the line? It is Clendy, Fuzz, and Povolonis.
I don't think we're going to see it. I don't think we're going to see a photo finish. The tires are pretty much spent, even with this little bit of cloud cover.
Andy, I think it's out of fuel, Andy. It's going to go out of fuel, Andy, because it's going thick. It's not used too much power. I think Andy is gone on the fuel method calculation, I think.
White flag out this time by riding with Indy Kirkenbauer, and he is getting freight trained right now.
Oh, no.
Down the backstretch last time. Clindy looking for his second top split win here, and he is clear by 2 over Fazaro going to the 3 and 4. Off the final corner and a turn from home. Clindy returning to victory lane in a top split win that's definitely going to pay rewards in the season championship. Gets the win. Fazaro with his best career finish here in the top split broadcast in second. And Casey Povolonis, a very consistent and very quiet third place.
My God, Andy on 18 finish.
And Clindy looking to keep pace in that championship. He did what he needed to do. Anna actually got a good finish out of that. We'll cover her in just a second. Clindy with the win by 3/10 over Fazaro. Povolonis in third. Brian Campbell in fourth. Matt Hollenbaum fifth. He's probably going to be, is that going to be your Luis Gonzalez Nunez driver of the race, or is it going to be Matt Taylor? Who are you going to call?
I'm going to give you Matt Taylor 14 spots for sure.
14 spots for Matt Taylor. You're going to be your driver of the race. Di Quilla in sixth. There he was, driver of the race. Matt Taylor in seventh. Antonio Estrada very quietly worked his way back up into the top 10. He comes home eighth. He has a podium finish here before. He likes this racetrack. Mohamed Omir, probably the luckiest driver all race long, at least in 2 incidents, possibly. Let's see. Did we see an incident count now? Omir. Yeah, 8 incidents. So he had 2 4Xs, at least 2 4X, or maybe a bunch of 2Xs out there. I don't know. But Omir, the luckiest driver, maybe not hurting this, maybe not helping his I rating, or maybe not his safety rating this time. But he comes home in ninth. Mohammed, you might want to go buy yourself a lottery ticket tonight. This might be your night. Anna Klimek, there's that top 10 for our points leader. She might carry that on to the next race next week at Talladega, where anything can happen. And believe me, we've seen them happen at Talladega quite often. Anything and normally everything happens there as well. Alex Crafter, we talked about him and the Tasman entry. He is now 11th, Azir in 12th, Mitchum 13th, falling back from starting on the front row. So not the greatest race for him. Caleb Brashear might have had a damaged car. He's 14th, Ponto 15th, Crash Neon 16th, Vasquez 17th, Kirkenbauer running out of fuel apparently in 18th position. Jeremy McGill in 19th, and Elijah Gilson in 20th due to that incident in turns 3 and 4. And Seb Alexander and Tony Pizarro. Pizarro with that incident on the backstretch with Miguel. And Seb Alexander and that incident in turn 3. All right, we're going to get some replays queued up here, and we'll get into the interview room, and we will talk with some drivers that got over pretty quickly tonight, Lewis. Pretty fast race.
Fast race. Oh, 40 minutes, for sure. It's a fast race for us. It's for them, actually.
For all of us.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I will find Jose Fusaro. Going to.
All right, we will pan out the music here. Fade that out, and let's check out Casey Povolonis. There he is, and we'll bring him up. Casey Povolonis joining us here in the booth. Another podium finish for you. Welcome back after your week off of being at North Wilkesboro. First of all, how was that? And second of all, what's it like to be back in the top split, starting up front and having a pretty consistent race for you now? It looks like that second part of putting a race together is kind of coming together for you. We've seen you be so fast before, and now the finishes are starting to add up. You got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, the finishes are starting to add up and the tests are adding up. I'm Wilkesboro last week, Rockingham next week, then Talladega, then potentially a road course, and then potentially Homestead, and then we got races to go to also.
Where do you have the time? Where do you find the time?
Well, that's why I wasn't at Iowa.
Well, let's talk about your race out there. Another pretty hot race. You couldn't hold on to the bottom, and then after about 15, 20 laps, the tires kind of go away, and everyone was kind of just in line waiting for that car in front of them to make a mistake. And you just kind of kept the status quo. You started up front, stayed up front. So that's the consistent thing. Unfortunately, your teammate that started up front with you didn't stay that consistent. He went to the back while you stayed up front. Were you managing the tires differently?
Yeah, there's a lot you got to do with tires. I mean, even when I was leading that first stint, I was, holding what I call the $1 million throttle pedal, because people that get paid $1 million, hold that throttle pedal, just 80 to 90% and, lifting, and you gotta, keep it to the end of the run. That second run was wild. Everybody was just map 5ing and trying to save. So nobody wanted to lead in that,
right.
Until it was time.
So, let's talk about, other than the save, because everyone kind of came in a little bit earlier. You're kind of right on the edge right there. Most everyone came in at 25. That would have been a very long haul to get to the end under a full burn. But we got a caution there to kind of help things out. But for the first time, you guys got a chance to use the hybrid here. Let's see, we've used the hybrid now at Gateway. We use it at Homestead. Homestead's 1.5 miles, but different than this 1.5 miles. We've used it at Indianapolis, Atlanta, Iowa. This is kind of the first of the cookie cutter intermediate races, racetracks. How did the hybrid, was a hybrid different with the way you deployed it, say, from that of Atlanta or Homestead, even though those are 1.5 mile courses?
I was really similar, hybrid wise to Atlanta. It's just really similar.
And so what is that? Is this mainly, do you deploy on the back stretch? Do you deploy on the front stretch? Or is it one of those things where you, like at Indianapolis, you could actually use one deploy on each stretch?
We have people listening.
That is a no comment from Casey Povolonis. He is an engineer by trade, so you got to hold your cards close to the vest. Well, with that said, the cards I know you do want to play are those of your loved ones, fans, family, and sponsors. So go right ahead and play those cards right now.
Yeah, I mean, I want to thank all the votive guys, the Entente guys and girls. We're really starting to make a lot of setups together. Like, if you noticed, Pocono yesterday, I mean, we had the pole by like 2/10. It was a rocket ship. We in the race we're just a little bit too free. And I want to thank Clindy. I think he's starting to test me. We're starting to get very a lot closer on track. Just proximity wise, and sometimes we wreck. And I think there's a little bit of learning there. That's just taking time.
All right, Casey.
I'm a dog jet.
Well, it's good to have you here. Hopefully we see you, next week is the Talladega doubleheader. Hopefully we see you there if you're not doing real testing where you actually get, paid, so you can pay the bills and all that stuff. So, but congratulations on the P3, and we will see you whenever we see you next, but it's always good to see you.
All right, thank you. Have fun.
And I didn't show his lap sled. He led 21 laps today. Lewis, is that the third person in the waiting room? Is that Jose?
It is.
All right.
It is.
And we will get so you see Casey led 21 today. And we will clear that. Go here and bring in Hot Fuzz himself. And here he is. Jose Fazaro joining us in the booth. His best finish on a top split broadcast. Second place here today. And not only that, other than Clindy, he gains ground on the championship because Anna Klimek finishes behind him. Remember, Fuzz is one of the top five in the championship. So, Jose, talk about your race. Good to have you here. Welcome to the broadcast.
Hey, guys.
Talk about your race. How was it out there for you?
Hey, guys. So sorry. I'm so happy to be here. And my race was very, very nice. But I'm so happy. I think it's the second time that I'm here. I think so. But the race was very difficult for me. But I'm training every day per 3-4 hours every day, and I'm improve my driving. And I need to say thank you, my friends from Brazil, Arruaça team, and Adriano Pinheiro. He's my mentor, my sensei, and he's learning. He's teaching everything for me every day. He's the best. But I need to say, Beto Sousa, thank you to improve my drive every day. Thiago Bandeira, thank you to improve my drive every day. I need to say, guys from Sem Race, Sem Segredos, thank you, guys. I love you. Daniel Hesch is every day is training with me, improving my drive, and I'm so happy, guys. I think so. Next race, I would like to be here again and again and again. I'm gonna train every day, and I need to sing a music for my friend Beto Sousa. Do you know Beto Sousa?
Yes, we know Beto.
Beto, I love you. Estava à toa na vida, meu amor me chamou. So sorry, guys. I'm just kidding with you, guys. I love you, guys.
That was good to have you here, and we love your interview. What has been the thing that you said you're improving, you're practicing, you're getting better and better? What's the one thing that you have made note of that you're improving on as you drive more and more of these races? What is the one thing that you've improved on?
Man, I'm training every day, 3-4 hours per day, and I think it's the secret. I'm to try and understand the car, and I improve my equipments, and I think the secret is just to do it every day, and is the secret. I'm gonna training more, maybe 3, 4, 5 hours. I'm kidding because I need to work, but I need to spend more times here, and this is the secret.
Well, congratulations on the P2. You got the shout-outs in. You got the interview in. Good to have you in here, finishing second today at Chicagoland, and we'll see you next week when we do the double header at Talladega.
Yes, see you guys at Talladega. I need to go because I need to work. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bye. Yoo-hoo!
It's our own version of Helio Castro Neves.
Like, normally Brazilian, they're so happy. So even with that, it's making more happy.
Let's bring up Clindy. Here is Clindy. Hey, Clindy, congratulations. Hey, business aside here, you got the business done. You got up front, and as soon as you took the lead, you pretty much commanded the race. You jumped actually some of the guys in the pits when you did that pit stop and just held on there, running the bottom. The IRL line kind of worked its magic as it normally does, especially in these hot races. But the most important thing today is that Anna, she did have a good race. She got a top 10, but it was 9 positions worse than you, and it was a pretty good straight to field, another 4.9 today. You're gaining in the championship at the mid-season. It's gonna be a sprint here to the finish.
Yeah, hopefully. I kind of threw away Iowa with run out of fuel there, so my family's legacy aside, all coming from Iowa, that's not like my home track, but this is, right? So this one means a lot more to me. Happy to win here, and the championship is kind of gravy, right? This mattered a lot. Like I really, really wanted this one for a long time. I know I fumbled the bag. I don't know if it was 2 seasons ago. It was way packier, but these conditions are exquisite. They are so good for auto racing. Tell everyone you know who has iRacing, has the IndyCar, or even if they don't, buy the IndyCar and buy Chicagoland, because this is peak oval racing.
My question is, if you don't have the IndyCar, why don't you have the IndyCar?
You know, some people are new, some people are tight on money. It's, you know,
get the IndyCar.
This is it's the gateway drug, right? This is where you start.
Get the IndyCar. Clindy, let's talk about the last couple times you've been. You won here. Actually, last time, not the last time, but 2 times before that, you tied by 7 seconds over a race that was really stretched out. But a little bit closer today. How you feeling now after today? And now we got the big wild card race, I guess, next week. Get through that and then make the run at the championship, or are we just going to full send it tomorrow?
Gary, I'm winning at Dega. I'm going down to Talladega Boulevard. I'm asking for beads. I'm hanging out ice cold drinks, some advanced.gg pre-shaked beverages, you know, helping everybody out, get all amped up for Dega, baby.
All right. Well, with that said, and I don't even know how this will work when we get to Dega, but talk about using the hybrid here for the first time at Chicagoland. Casey kind of says it was a little bit like Atlanta, the way it worked for him. Was it like that the same for you, or is it a little bit more like, and I don't think it was exactly like Homestead, because Homestead is a slightly different configuration at 1.5 miles. But how was this hybrid deployment closer to Atlanta, or a little bit more closer to Homestead?
I actually think it's pretty different from them both.
Yeah.
To be entirely honest with you, at Atlanta, the front stretch is very, very treacherous, right? So you had to wait until your car was entirely planted, 4 wheels flat and going straight before you would even dream about pressing that extra horsepower button. At Homestead, you really needed it to dig on the bottom, and you would use it to slingshot if you were running up top. Here, I mean, I was pretty committed to the bottom, and it's so easy to go flat at the beginning of this race. There were sometimes I was using it on corner exit, which is kind of a cardinal sin, right? But I knew I needed to. Actually, after that first stint, my teammates and I all compared our tires, and mine were the worst, and that never happens. And I had clean air because I was fighting with Casey side by side for the lead that whole first stint, and I just blew him off because I was trying so hard to take the lead from the leader on the bottom by boosting around him essentially on the exits. And you know, that's a little different. I've never done that at any other track. Like I said, at Kentucky, people were boosting on entry to establish position. Here I was boosting on exit to pinch Casey's exit, right? So I really, so far, all the 1.5 miles have had really unique and differentiated deployment strategies. However, when it came down to the end and everyone was fuel saving, I'm pretty sure everybody was doing the same thing. If they weren't, I'm not going to tip that secret, because I think it's how I saved so much fuel and clean air and no one else managed to. So figure out that for yourselves at home if you were wondering how I saved all that gas while leading.
Wow. Okay. So everyone holding the cards close to the vest today. Well, shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. Anyone you want to say hi to before we let you go, Clindy?
Yeah, first and foremost, thanks to all my road racing teammates. Ryan Campbell, this is also his home track, so it's a shame that he also couldn't share this podium with me, but big shout outs to all my friends in Brazil. Jose was in here, he's very gregarious. Shout outs to Casey on his third place finish. Sharing the podium with him is always a delight, and good that we were able to race each other close and clean like we know we can. I think that's the problem, right? We know that we can race each other so close that when we get tangled up, it's because we trust each other and we think the world of each other. And, you know, that's just going to happen when you're 2 really good race car drivers going for the same piece of real estate. So, you know, we've apologized in DMs and everything, but there's no bad blood there. And that guy's like a brother to me. So happy to share the track with him always. Obviously, this is my home track. Like, literally, I grew up 100 miles from here. All my friends and family from Illinois. I got a DM from my friend Casey, my friend Elliot. I'm sure Hillary and Catherine are watching. My mom and dad are watching. My brother and sister might be watching. I don't know. I didn't really, pump the signal on this one, but I might now that I won. And I know that my cousin Craig, who lives closer to this than I did, he lives in Monunk, which is just up Route 39, right? He's basically just... I don't know. He's 45, maybe 50 miles
due
away.
south. Yeah, due south almost, isn't it?
Yeah, southeast.
Okay.
Or southwest, excuse me. But yeah,
And obviously all my love back there in the Midwest for my mom, my dad, everybody, and my whole family. Yeah, P1 Broadcasting, thanks for the broadcast. LGN, you're killing it with the shorts. Keep up the good work there. JP, Justin, thanks for hopping in on Tuesday nights. You always add a little extra spice to the commentary. And Gary, of course, you are the unsung savior of the channel. Thank you for all the work you do. I know it is a lot, and you do it out of a labor of love because you love this community, you love the racing, and we love your product. So if you guys could at home, hit that thumbs up button, hit subscribe, throw this guy a donation. Mom, don't do it. I know you already did it recently. You could do it again.
Yeah, Mom, so you can send more donations. That's fine.
Don't spoil them. Don't spoil them. And
look, your mom spoiled us enough when we all met her at the Sim Gaming Expo with the banana bread and everything. So,
well, hey, my eye is on going back there and winning my way into a seat at the Sim Gaming Expo races. So I'll be working on that on Wednesday nights, but we'll see how that goes along. But other leagues I'm in, the Votive Racing League. If you want to learn how I did what I did tonight, I offer free coaching services in the Votive Racing League. It's free to join, and you have to be in the top 20 points to get a guaranteed starting spot. But if somebody else isn't there, it's first come, first serve. So join up today. I'll coach you whether you make the race or not, or whether you have time for the race. And we'll be at Charlotte this Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on the channel. So that one should be an absolute slobber knocker. So set a reminder on YouTube. Don't forget when it goes live. Tune in and cheer me and all my teammates on.
Congratulations. Go ahead. Go ahead.
One last thing. I've got that Advanced GG drink, right? So if you go to advanced.gg and you buy any sort of protein, energy, or focus supplement for water drinks, or even if you get a shaker container for those drinks, and you use promo code CLENDYSENDY with a capital S and a capital K, but reverse the order, I get 10%. Or sorry, you get 10% off, and I get a little bit of that back. So I just messed up that whole read because I'm very bad at my job. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much, Gary. This means a lot. Thanks for having us, and you guys can wrap up. I'll get out of your hair.
All right, Clindy, congratulations. Winner tonight, also the reigning now winner and defending champion of the Votive Indy Derby from a couple of weeks ago. Clindy, we'll see you later. And he is already punched out. He's like, dude, I'm done. I'm moving on. Justin, boy, tire management played a role tonight. A little pack racing, maybe a little bit of a preview going in the next race. But all in all, once the tires kind of got away, if you were able to manage late in the run, you maybe made a run. But most everyone, I think used them all up and got racing in line, and just. As we've seen before here at Chicagoland, not necessarily the photo finish, but decent racing all the way around.
Oh yeah, and that's kind of what you expect when it comes to hot temperatures on the racetrack. You get decent racing regardless. Not that much of a pack race, but as far as I'm concerned, it was still one of the. With everything that was happening in the race, and I can't even talk. I'm just stumbling over my own words. Let me try that again. Even with the tire track and how hot it was, tire management definitely did play a factor. You saw the comers and goers, those who knew how to take care of their tires, and those that basically just went gung-ho, so to say, towards the front and then just fell right back. What we didn't expect, though, was fuel management as well. Indy Kirkenbauer, he was running up near the front, near the end, and then that's when LGN tapped me on my shoulder and said, hey, look, something's wrong with Kirkenbauer. And you could just see Kirkenbauer just drop like a rock, and it's like, oh, that's fuel management. And my guess is that he probably just short-filled it without hitting the mark. That's just my guess, though. But Talladega, yeah, boys, just get the alcohol ready, because that's going to be an absolute meme for both races. But it's going to be one hell of a show regardless, and I actually cannot wait for that one.
Lewis, we still got some more racing to go this week, but points for the third consecutive race, we're at a 4.9K for the strength of field, so almost a 5K a race today. So this carried some weight, and it's probably going to carry weight for the rest of the week. So how do you think this is going to affect the points? What do you think Anna's going to survive to see another week as a leader? Is Clindy going to get a little bit closer? What do you think?
Oh, well, Clindy is closer for 142 in third. Matt Halliburton is closing for 48 points. Now it's close. In the fourth place is coming Matt Taylor, and Jose Fusaro is going down for fifth place. So just keep an eye on Matt Taylor, because also is 300 points, 250 points behind on Anna Clemic. So she's gonna stay on the leader. She didn't win any points today or get points this race today, because she won one race yesterday. She did 180. So in this race, he got 160 something. So he cannot gain nothing over there. So, but like Justin said, it's a mean race next week. Nothing. We have nothing to talk about that. It's just gonna be a long broadcasting for us, and just enjoy the mess, because that's is gonna be. But I remember last race in the doubleheader on the super speedway, Seb Alexander won the championship because that's race. So what if Matt Taylor winning the race with a big strength of field on the first race, and be the leader because one race? So what if? It's a lot of if about that race and doubleheader. So it's gonna be really, I don't know, not interesting. Just gonna be like a meh, like a meme.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. We call it a meme race for a reason, right?
Oh, actually, you know what? It's gonna be people breaking the record about the speed. We saw in Taikula last season on the super speedway, from come back to front and make it 250 miles per hour for lap track. So it's gonna be like crazy stuff. So see you next week. See you this Thursday in ERN channel from Texas, 7:45, and see you on Body this Sunday, 8 p.m. from Charlotte.
All right. Let's get on out of here. Give everyone back. They're Tuesday nights. Feels like a Monday, but that's because yesterday was a holiday and today's the first day of work. But it feels like a Monday. Yeah, it does. But thanks for joining us, everybody. That's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here from Chicagoland, Clindy, with another win at his home track. Jose Fusaro, Hot Fuzz. He comes home in second. And Casey Povolonis, the racing working man, comes home in third. Join us again next week for round 7, week 7 of season 1 of 2026 of the iRacing IndyCar Oval Series. Tuesday night top split as the teams and drivers head to Talladega Superspeedway. That is not a typo, people. I'll say it again. Talladega Superspeedway IndyCars next week for a 250-mile-per-hour meme race doubleheader. Coverage for race 1 begins around 7:15 p.m. Eastern time. Again, that's 7:15 p.m. Eastern, followed by race 2 immediately following race 1 interviews. Remember, as always, for the correct time in your area, you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Hey, we love bringing these races to you, but not easy, and they require time and money to produce. If you share our passion for the sport of IndyCar and enjoyed our coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, please take time to go visit our GoFundMe page. The link is in the description, and donate to our 2026 broadcast fund. Now, we realize times are tough, so any contribution would be greatly appreciated. We thank you for watching and make it part of your Tuesday evenings each and every week. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game's not easy, so please help support P1 and lead other IndyCar fans to our coverage with the weekly grind here. Leave a comment below. Let us know your thought of tonight's race. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe. And while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more P1's other iRacing programming, including right now underway. It's the iRacing Indy Next Oval Series, currently underway at Milwaukee. You'll find the Indy Next stream live on our channel's main page right now, or stand by and be redirected if you have autoplay enabled at the completion of this stream. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Simrat Market, your go-to source for iRacing paint templates and broadcast resources. From clean base liveries to pro-level design assets, Simrat Market is everything you need to build your brand on track. Visit simratmarket.com. Download, customize, race. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash SimCams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash SimCams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook, you can follow them on X and Instagram. All the links you need are in the description. For business inquiries and learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram as well. And you can also follow all of our social links on Linktree. Just check them out in the description. So, for Justin Patchauer, Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at P1, I'm Gary Gotzo saying to all, good night and thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here, no joke, for a 250-mile-per-hour meme race doubleheader at Talladega for the next race of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split right here on P1. Good night, everybody.